Okay, you're 7 miles up. The cabin goes bang, the air turns to freezing fog, and a little yellow mask drops in front of your face. You grab it, you breathe. And here's the part nobody tells you. That mask has about 12 minutes in it. 12. Then it stops. So what exactly is supposed to happen at minute 13? Hi, I'm Pip. Let's figure this out.
To understand why 12 minutes sounds insane, you have to know what the air is doing up there. At cruising altitude, the air is so thin that if you tried to live on it, you wouldn't pass out in minutes. You'd have about 15 seconds of clear thinking. 15. Pilots have a name for that window. They call it the time of useful consciousness. And when a cabin loses pressure, every single person on board starts that countdown at the same second. So that mask is not a comfort item. It is the only thing standing between a plane full of people and a very quiet ending. And it runs out in 12 minutes. So why 12? Why not an hour? People have theories.
Easy. Put in a bigger tank. Next question.
Sure, let's try that. A tank big enough for 400 people to breathe for an hour would weigh a fortune in fuel, every flight, forever, for something that almost never happens. But here's the thing. That's not even the real answer, because there is no tank. Theory 2. Maybe it's cost. Airlines cutting corners, giving you the cheap version. Also wrong. The system above your head is expensive, inspected, and replaced on a schedule. Theory 3, and this is the popular one on the internet, that the oxygen is there to keep you calm. Nice story, completely false. That myth exists because people can't believe what's actually up there. Because the thing hiding in that panel, a few centimeters above your head, is not a bottle of air. It's a fire. A small, sealed, deliberate fire. And it only starts burning when you pull that mask toward your face. Here's how it actually works. Inside that panel, there's a metal cylinder packed with a chemical called sodium chlorate. Sitting there, it is completely inert, boring. It could ride around for years and do nothing. When you pull the mask down, you yank a pin. The pin fires a tiny charge, and that block of chemical starts to burn. Now, here's the beautiful, slightly terrifying part. As it burns, it doesn't consume oxygen the way a normal fire does. It releases it. The chemical breaks apart and the oxygen inside it comes out. You are breathing the smoke of a fire that was built to feed you. It gets hot. Hot enough that if you could touch that cylinder mid-flight, you would not touch it twice. Some passengers smell burning and think the plane is on fire. It is, technically, just on purpose. And once it's lit, there is no off switch. No valve, no button, no way to save some for later. It burns until there is nothing left to burn. 12 minutes, every time. So now the real question, why 12? And this is where it gets stupid clever. Because those 12 minutes were never meant for you to live at altitude. They were meant to be spent falling. The instant a cabin loses pressure, the pilots point the nose down and dive. Not gently. They drop the plane as fast as they safely can, down to about 10,000 feet, where the air outside is thick enough to breathe on its own. That dive takes a few minutes. The mask gives you 12. The number isn't a limit, it's a margin. So why fire instead of tanks? Because a tank of oxygen has to be pressurized, checked, and it slowly leaks whether you use it or not. Multiply that by hundreds of seats and thousands of planes, and it becomes a maintenance nightmare. The chemical block does nothing for years. It doesn't leak. It doesn't lose pressure. It just waits. But engineers know exactly how dangerous that trade is. In 1996, a plane went down in Florida because expired generators were loaded into the cargo hold as ordinary freight. They ignited where no one could reach them. Everyone was lost. After that, the rules changed forever. The device that saves you in the cabin is treated as a serious hazard everywhere else on the aircraft. Engineers looked at both sides of that and still chose the fire. Because in the seat where you need it, nothing else survives the weight as well.
So next time that safety demo comes on and everyone looks at their phone, look up instead. A few centimeters above your head, there is a sealed metal tube waiting to set itself on fire for you. It only gets 12 minutes, and it only needs 12 minutes. You'll never look at that little yellow mask the same way again.